Now he's bowled that previous over. Was a little expensive. Was taken for some runs by Asif Sheikh. A 6 off the leading edge of the bat and then a 4 towards the square leg. So back onto his regular line and length now, just outside the off stump. When he bowls that length and that line, it is very difficult to score runs off him. The moment he sprays it down the leg side or a little too straight, that's when he's proven to be a little expensive. But overall, very promising cricketer, Rushil Lugarkar.
For sure. Looks like someone will have a nice bright future in international cricket. And just on cue, appreciation leads to mockery. A boundary coming in. Bhim Sharkey just transferring his weight on the back foot and sending the ball towards the mid-wicket region for a 4. Brings up a 50-run partnership between these two. They've done well to stabilize this innings after an early wicket.
Yeah, that was hit flat, isn't it? And like you pointed out, on the front foot. And it's gone for 6 as well. So a flat 6 from the bat of Bhim Sharkey. 55 on the board now.
Dot ball to follow. Good comeback.
Yeah, much better line and length. Just outside the off stump. And that too, that was hit. That ball that was hit for 6 was the one that was short and the one that was too straight from Rushil, allowing Bhim Sharkey to get on top of the bounce and play it flat towards mid-wicket for 6.
Using his feet, playing it absolutely straight, and will get rewarded. 4 runs from Bhim Sharkey.
Yeah, it was anticipation from Bhim Sharkey. He knew exactly where Rushil was going to bowl the last ball of the over, and that was hit straight down the ground. Beautiful batting there from Bhim Sharkey and appreciation from the fans in the stands. End of the over, 13 bowled, 59 for 1.
Right, spin attack for USA as Harmeet has been brought into attack. Very first delivery, chance of a run out. He's gone upstairs, wants to give it a check. Umpire Akbar Ali running towards the stumps. Okay, now he's walking towards the stump.
Yeah, direct hit are always very close.
So no problem. Decides umpire Akbar Ali. Says, let's continue. beautifully bowled there. Harmeet Singh. He's getting grip, he's getting bounce, he's getting turn. I wonder, what does he know about the surface that the others haven't been able to? No slip for him. Despite that, he's been able to attack and attack consistently. A dot ball there. I like the fact that Harmeet does angle the ball in to the body of the right-hander. Yes and no. Chance of a run out. Probably a better throw would have done the trick. The wicket-keeper was almost halfway through the pitch to collect that ball.
Well, it looks like it was almost like a replay of the first innings where there was a good partnership going on and then there was a run out affected and things just weren't the same anymore for USA. You can see that it was, again, just ran for it. This time, it was Asif Sheikh who responded the call of Bhim Sharkey, which was good. Because sometimes you need to trust, you need to show trust and take that leap of faith while running between the wickets with your partner. And that's what Asif Sheikh has done. But you don't need a run out. It's not needed. That wicket is not worth an additional run, isn't it, Neil?
Oh, absolutely. Because runs will come like they're coming right now. A smart placement, just opening the face of the bat, guiding the ball towards the boundary. End of the 14th with a 4, 66 for 1. Shubham Ranjane, 1 over 4 runs. Rushil has been taken off attack. Just whiff him past the outside off. That has been the length that everyone has been getting rewarded off.
That was a good shot there. Just some courage shown to play that reverse. A little risky, but high risk, high reward. And if you manage to pull it off, you normally would get credit for it. If you don't, then you have to be, you get all the blame that why did you play that shot? Why was it needed? Was not the need of the hour and all of that. So it's a double-edged sword, that shot, isn't it?
Yeah, never too easy to be on the right side of it always. Mind you, it's not a shot that you can just randomly pull off. These batters who played with such ease, they probably would be playing that shot 500 times every single day in the nets to ensure that they get it right.
Yeah, and I also feel that it is against all that we've been taught as a cricketer, in where you've been told that as a batter you need to play on the merit, you need to see the ball and then decide where you want to play that shot. So all that is taken out of the equation when you play a reverse sweep, because it cannot be that you decide to play it after the ball is pitched. I think it is always premeditated that you are going to play the reverse, and then you're hoping that the ball will be in that zone. If not, you'll try to, maneuver the ball. So For me, it's very difficult to understand the thinking behind it, although it's very effective and modern day cricket warrants that you play that shot and learn that skill. But it's an irony that it doesn't fit the usual textbook guide of playing on the merit.
A beautiful delivery, and this one on the merit, on the top of off, and Shubham Ranjane has delivered what one would say a textbook wicket, top off gone.
Well, another debutant getting his first one-day international wicket. Ranjane with that beautiful delivery, some movement in the air and off the pitch as well. You can see that it was coming away from Bhim Sharkey, and then after it pitched, it came in between the bat and pad. And what a jaffer of a delivery, and what a way to get your first wicket. You get that batter out and you disturb the stumps and the bails are off and flying, and what a moment it will be for Ranjane to remember for a long, long time. His first wicket, Bhim Sharkey, departs for 29. It's 69 for 2.
So the Nepalese skipper is the new man in. Rohit on strike for the last ball of the over. A dot ball to end a successful over. Just 3 runs and a wicket. A splendid over comes to an end. 15 gone. Nepal 69 for 2. Harmeet with his spin. He did well in that previous over, barring a boundary. Bowled some tight lines and lengths. Aerially played, chance of a catch and taken. Trouble time for Nepal as they lose Asif Sheikh. It's almost a replica of the first innings where we saw two settled batters getting out back to back, and that's exactly what has happened with Nepal. Two set batters, Bhim Sharkey and now Asif Sheikh, getting out really quick.
It makes you wonder what was the need of playing that shot in the air while you know that the fielders are on the boundary ropes. Well, Asif Sheikh will be disappointed. He got the start that he wanted, just couldn't capitalize here today. Nepal losing 2.
It's almost like we said in the first innings as well. A reset button has been pressed. Both the batters have played one delivery each and haven't scored a run. So they'll have to reapply themselves. Neither of these two have a little experience of the surface to guide the other and tell them what to do and what to expect. An opportunity for USA to try and build on this little crack in the wall and try and break the wall down.
Yeah, they don't have enough experience of the pitch, but let me tell you, Rohit Patel has got tremendous experience coming into bat in the middle order. He holds the key, just like Munang Patel, the captain of USA, was such a vital cog for USA in their batting. Rohit Patel, he is the backbone of and also the heart and all the important vital organs you can think of the Nepal batting lineup. I think he does have a very important role to play. And while he's there in the middle, Nepal will still feel that they can chase this total down. He's too good, and he does like to enjoy and take the challenge and bat under pressure. He enjoys that challenge a lot.
Well, yeah, that's a quality, and a very, very rare quality, in fact, that one possesses. Rohit Kumar Patel, just 23 years, but 72 ODIs to his credit, 1 century, 11 half centuries. The man has done exceptionally well for his side. 16 overs gone, Nepal 70 for 3. Ranjane picked up a wicket in that previous over, beg your pardon. Definitely gave him a little bit of confidence, but mind you, these two batters in the centre again have sizable amount of experience. And their job would be to just put their head down and get as many runs as they can and stay for as long as they can. Driven it. The approach over here for both these batters, Shoaib, shouldn't be of being oh so aggressive. Let's try and look for boundaries. Just get those singles and doubles going. Keep the scoreboard ticking.
Yes, again, like they've just lost 2 wickets in clusters, so the writing is literally on the wall. Just not lose any more wickets, regardless of how many they can get in the next 10 overs. The mission has to be to stay there for the 10 overs without losing wickets. Even if 25, 30 runs they can manage to get, that should be okay. But you'll have to just rebuild, re-strategize, recalibrate, and look to chase that target down. Now, 71 runs in 15 overs is not bad in a run chase. They need another 192 runs from 201 balls, so they've got enough time to come back into the game. That's the beauty of one-day cricket. It gives you opportunities to bounce back. In T20 cricket, one good over and the game can go away from you. But in a 50-over format, you can claw your way back into the game if you can apply yourselves.
The application is important. Will these two be able to put the troubles of the top 3 batters aside and apply themselves almost as if they've started batting from now on? Required run rate 5.76. 6 singles in an over and you're still ahead of the curve. A couple of bad deliveries here and there. You get a couple of boundaries here and there. Runs keep coming in. There is a gully. And there is a deep third almost on the same line. We say that cricket is a game of angles, and that angle is brilliant. I wonder what is the reason behind it. 17 overs gone, it's 72 for 3. Harmeet Singh, 2 overs, 8 for 1. Down the leg side, he's shouting, he's appealing, but the umpire's not keen. A couple of runs will be added to the leg by column.
A little too straight from Harmeet. Loopy flighted. Not a lot of turn, so it was clearly missing the stumps. And that direction was also a sign that it was going down the leg side. A different bowling action this from Harmeet, very unusual. Normally you would see a left arm spinner coming close to the crease, the popping crease, and then jumping in the air. But with Harmeet it's a little different. He'll jump before and then come into the bowling action.
Yeah, also while he's jumping, he's actually coming and actually going away from the crease. Has been cut and just a single there. Bowlers these days, we've seen so many different actions. And none counted or touted as incorrect or wrong, because there's nothing right or wrong with it. Some of the most unorthodox bowlers or actions have produced some of the biggest bowlers in the world, be it the likes of Lasat Malinga, Jasprit Singh Bumrah. Everyone no, don't do that. But kudos to their coaches who did not change their actions or ask them to make those amends. We've had the pleasure to see them at the highest level. A dot ball to end the over. 18 gone. 76 for 3. Ranjane continues his attack of keeping the ball just outside off stump. And what is impressive is the fact that the wicketkeeper is standing up for Shubham Ranjane, which primarily means that he can maintain his length without worrying about the batter actually coming and down the line to attack him. Has to stay in his crease and play that shot. We're trying to think of spinners with unorthodox action, bowling actions. Only come up with the name of Paul Adams. Anyone else that comes to your mind?
We did give it a thought. Couldn't come up with a name, but if you do know somebody who has a very different bowling action, you can let us know. Shubham Ranjane takes his time to bowl his overs. You can see that he's very chilled out when he comes back to his bowling mark. Not in a hurry, so to speak. Has bowled well into his fourth over, given away just 10 runs and a wicket. This is what was expected. Rohit Podel and Arif Sheikh to just weather the storm and not lose a wicket. So runs have dried up, and understandably so.
.77 for 3. And I reckon both these batters wouldn't be really bothered about the rate of scoring, because once they have settled in well, about 25 odd overs past, would be simpler post that. 97 is what the USA had scored at the 25 over mark, and post that they went on to score 262. So I don't see any issues, or as the Americans would say, I don't see no reason why the Nepalese batters would find it any challenging to think of a similar approach. There's a proof of concept.
Like we discussed earlier as well, they just need to see how USA batted and just continue to bat like that, because this pitch has no demons, and we saw that it gets a lot easier to bat as the day progresses. 19 overs bowled, 77 for 3.
हेलो अन्य वेबसाइटमा लाइभ हेर्ने साथीहरू हाम्रो मुख्य वेबसाइट योनो टिभी हो योनो टिभीबाट लाइभ हेरेर हामीलाई पनि सपोर्ट गरिदिनुस् न है साथीहरू
Harmeet Singh will continue. Will be a dot ball to start off with. Did think of another name, and that was of Kedar Jadhav. Slightly unorthodox, because he would not bowl from the 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock action. Would be more like Lasat Malinga kind of an angle, and also would bend his knees to that action to that extent that it almost felt like he was sitting on the floor and bowling, Kedar Jadhav. So some of those actions have been different, if one says so. Some spinners also tend to just hold on to the delivery right at the top of the mark before delivering. Mohammad Hafiz used to do that a lot. A little bit of a difference in that standard approach causes a little bit of a doubt in the minds of the batter, because it's not the usual. Meanwhile, that should never have been even a single for that matter. 2 runs stolen there. 20 overs gone, 79 for 3. Ranjane and Harmeet have definitely added a lot of pressure on this batting pair, not giving a lot of runs. Last 5 overs, in fact, have just conceded 8 runs, picking 2 wickets. Good piece of fielding. Manang Patel, the skipper there. It's always good to have the skipper within the circle. Always a good conversation point, always helpful to seek guidance, to share thoughts, or probably even induce a quick fielding change. Again, good stoppage there. 3 dot balls. Something has to happen now, Shoaib. It's been a very, very long time since we saw some sizable runs coming.
Yeah, runs have definitely dried up. Not sure whether Rohit Patel will counter-attack at this time. And this is good captaincy. I think they were just going with Ranjane, bowling some quick overs, gentle medium, not giving express pace. This is on the pads. Poor ball. And straight into the hands of the fielder. Well, what a catch that is. And what a moment in the game this is for Nepal. They lose their skipper. It was a bad ball. But sometimes bad balls do get you wickets. In this case, it's one of the biggest.
Well, undoubtedly, onto the pads, trying to flick it. The fielder was placed for just this. And he takes an exceptional catch. Runs had dried up. And Sai Teja takes a phenomenal catch to get rid of the skipper. Gone for 2. And Nepal 79 for 3. 2 wickets for Ranjane. And the second wicket was of the skipper, slightly back of the length, going down the leg, more of an instinctive shot, played it, and then as it was aerial, realised that ouch, there was a fielder placed just for that. Sai Teja taking that catch comfortably. Dipendra Singh Aire, he's done well in the field today, he's done well with the bowling today, and now has a massive responsibility with the bat. Ooh, how close was that? How close was that? Everyone with their oohs and the ahs to end the over. 21 gone, 79 for 4. Harmeet Singh. He's not been happy with the fielders for sure, I can tell you. In that previous over, last ball, 2 runs were stolen from a position where there shouldn't have been any. And even now, this one should have been stopped. But then that's the game of cricket.
Yeah, he's bowled well. I really have enjoyed watching him bowl. Has not given away a lot of runs. Has kept it simple, but at the same time has kept it tight. And that is why he's been able to dry those runs and put pressure from one end. And just coming back to that catch from Sai Teja, I think that was a very good catch. It was dying onto him, the ball was, and he had to reach for it, put in the dive. And you also saw in that replay, we'll try to get that again if possible, that catch in that previous over. His knee also stuck into the ground. So, a very good catch indeed. Had to say that. That's beautifully timed. Look at that. Oh, excellent timing on that one. For a moment, I thought it was hit straight to the fielder, but the fielder's inside the circle, which means just enough timing and beats the fielder for 4 runs. Arif Sheikh, 11 of 16 for him. And some respite for Nepal and for the Nepalese fans.
.86 for 4 in 22, target of 263. Ranjane will continue. He's had a good day, Ranjane. Picking up 2 wickets, also handy with the bat. Gave good company to Milind Kumar. rotated strike very effectively.
He showed some character, just rotated strike and fed the strike back to Milind Kumar. That shows that he's got a very sound cricketing mind, and again one of the better assets to have in the playing 11. So this team is really shaping up well, USA, and I think they have a very strong chance of first going into the qualifiers, as they're already on the second position, and maybe go on to play the World Cup as well, because the kind of experience and the kind of talent that they have, they definitely are a team that could go all the way.
Well, yeah, they definitely do have big opportunities there. A big chance. Still a few steps before they can confirm their spot in the ICC ODI Cricket World Cup 2027. Top 4 teams from here will go into the final qualifiers, where they will meet 4 other teams that will be made up of the bottom 4 teams and another 4 teams that come in from a lower division. And 2 teams which are ranked 9 and 10 in the ICC ODI rankings. And 2 teams which are ranked 9 and 10 in the ICC ODI rankings. So those 10 teams will play. Jasdeep Singh brought back into the attack, and the intent over here from US should be to pick wickets and not just to try and dry the runs out and try and bowl your bowlers through. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in Saurabh to bowl in an over or 2, or maybe Rushil to try and bring in a wicket or 2, because This is the time. You break this pair, you get rid of Dipendra Singh Aire, you get rid of Arif Sheikh, beg your pardon, and Nepal all of a sudden would be standing on one leg.
Yes, this is a very important pair. Of course, they've got Gulshan Jha after this yet to come, but that will be way too early for somebody like Gulshan Jha, because he is somebody who likes to finish games off. Yes, he's got the capability to bat through the innings, but you don't want him to come out to bat in a situation where they are just 100 for 5 and then you need another 150 odd runs. You want him to come when you need 50, 60 maybe, and at that time he'll come and he can win you games. But for that, these two have to bat through. The required rate is not all that high, 6.5 now. They've still got another 26 overs to go after this. So there's a lot of game time left, a lot of overs left. But the problem is the wickets column for Nepal. They've lost 4 top order batters. And that is something that might just come back to haunt them. Having said that, these two will have to bat now. That's the only way they can make a match out of this. Jasdeep Singh has given away a little too many, but has made to come back and bowl. He's been asked to come back and try and get another wicket here. 17 runs conceded by him. Not a wicket to his name yet. And you're right, if you were the captain of USA or in the think tank or in the management, you would want to finish this game as soon as possible. Get another wicket or two and just take Nepal out of the game. On the other hand, Nepal will want to just build a partnership here again. Dipendra Singh Aire will have to give company to Arif Sheikh and look to have mini targets, small targets of 3-4 overs, and then build from there.
Well, yeah, games within games. That's how it should be approached. Try and pick up the next micro targets. 2 overs, 3 overs, 5 overs. And keep building on from there. As an individual batter, generally tell you that when you're batting first, try and look for first opening your account and then the first 5 runs and the next 5 runs, and keep building in a set of 5 runs each. When you're chasing, you try and do micro games of 1 over, 2 overs, 3 overs, 5 overs, 7, 10. Keep building on. 24 was gone, 93 for 4. Alright, so it's going to be Saurabh Netrawalkar who will come into bowl. The intent is to pick wickets. The idea is to pick wickets to break this partnership. To try and push Nepal to the walls. Saurabh Netrawalkar is bowler, the frontline bowler for USA. 4 overs, 10 runs and a maiden. Look to get rid of one of them, and all of a sudden there'll be immense pressure on the Nepalese batting.
Yes, that's why they've brought Saurabh back into the attack, isn't it? We were discussing about this just an over back, that they would want to now really get a grip on this game. Realized that it was some part of the body or the fabric of the jersey as the ball brushed past the batter, Dipendra Singh Airi, into the gloves of the wicket keeper. Again, just not able to get bat to ball, Dipendra Singh Airi. Bowling on both sides of the wicket here. Saurabh asking the right questions, and tremendous pressure on Nepal as they look to come out of this very difficult situation.
Yeah, the challenge is now for the Nepal batters to try and pull themselves out of this troubled water. 24.4 overs, 93 for 4.
Run chase, and also they've lost 4 wickets. USA at that stage were just 1 wicket down. Nepal have lost 4 at the halfway mark into the second innings. 150 needed of the next 25 overs. For Nepal, it's 94 for 4.
Jasdeep Singh starts off with a wide. So Nepal 94 for 4, now 95 for 4. Quick comparison, USA were 97 for 2. Lost 2 wickets. So Nepal has lost 2 wickets, more than US. But as far as the runs are concerned, pretty much in the same zone. So they shouldn't be too disheartened with the fact that they haven't been able to get a great start. If they apply themselves from even now on, they sure can do something out of it. Cut and gets a run. A boundary coming in. Boundary at that.
Yeah, just too wide from Jasdeep Singh, and very quickly pounced onto that one. Jumped in the air while he played that and beats the fielder at backward point. The ball reaches the ropes in no time whatsoever. So Dipendra Singh Airi will get a boundary and will get closer to the 100-run mark here. 99 on the board.
Manang Patel fields it really well. Dipendra Singh Aire getting a taste of his own medicine. Fielded really well by a cover fielder.
Now that was again timed really well by Dipendra Singh, but good effort in the cover region.
.99 for 4 and 25.2. 5 runs so far from this over of Jasdeep. 1 wide and a boundary. Oh, lucky for Dipendra to not be fed into the gloves of the wicket-keeper. I've been impressed with the US bowling. They've kept the lines absolutely tight. The lengths always creating that doubt. Even on that occasion, Dipendra Singh wasn't really sure if he wanted to come on the front foot or stay on the back foot and play that shot.
Yeah, that was a good length from Jasdeep, and that is why Dipendra was unsure whether he wants to commit to the front foot or play it on the back foot. In the end, couldn't do neither.
Towards the fine leg will just be a single.
Yeah, just 6 runs off it. Not a bad over this from Jasdeep, but again, he's not been able to get wickets, and that is something that he will be a little disheartened about. Maybe bring another spinner into the attack or bring Harmeet back for a couple of overs, because that's when I think Dipendra will look to attack, and that could be an opportunity for them to get him back to the dugout. That's very well done. Using the pace on offer, Arif Sheikh has guided that over the keeper's head, and 4 more for Nepal and for Arif Sheikh.
Yeah, 2 boundaries in this over. I reckon that should warrant a change. I can always say that it's a little too early to react. But then, if you're in such a good position, USA, you should be looking to attack and try and pick wickets. Good little change by bringing in Saurabh Netravalkar. But that hasn't really translated into a wicket. Single to end the over. 26 gone, 105 for 4. Saurabh Netravalkar will continue from the pavilion end. He's bowled 5 overs, 11 runs he's conceded, and bowled a maiden over as well. Hasn't picked a wicket. Chance of a run out, direct hit, and he would have been gone. And he is a direct hit. So completely unnecessary, so completely not required. And Arif Sheikh, beg your pardon, will have to take that long walk back.
Yeah, yes and then no. That's never a good sign. Dipendra Singh Aire called him and then sent him back. And when that happens, that yes and no is usually followed by a sorry. And he'll have to walk back, Arif Sheikh. He was looking good. These two are looking to build a partnership, but a run out at the wrong time for Nepal has sent them back in this run chase. And how? 20 of 27 for Arif Sheikh. Another wicket falls. Nepal lose their fifth. It's 105 for 5. Place. He has to score runs and at the same time not lose wickets. So it's going to take some doing from Gulshan Jha and Dipendra Singh Airi. Now, had this been a T20 game, had this been another maybe 100 needed of 8 overs as well, you would have felt that okay, Gulshan Jha and Dipendra Singh Airi, we have a very strong chance. But another 25 overs,